Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Whispering Woods. My name is going to be Michaela, and once again, let's get lost. So, welcome to Draft Week 3, and I'm starting to notice a recurring pattern in my battles that I really need to break. But we will get into that in a minute. Now, this week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are not going to have my opponent's roster because this week was a scouting report. So, what that means is that each me and my opponent got to pick one of our own Pokemon. I picked Walking Wake, he picked Koraidon. And then the rest of our teams were selected by the other player. So, let's start going through everybody. Walking Wake, similar build to normal, max speed, a little bit less special attack, and a little bit in the defenses. But you'll notice this week, we're not running specs, we're running Life Orb. My opponent this week, McWhite, has Terra Fire, Terra Steel. So I have ways to beat both of those and protect to see which route he was going to take. Then, he gave me Kricketune, who I named Die Young because it is meant to die young, but this thing did not die young. Turns out Kricketune a lot better than I gave it credit for if they're underestimating it. Return of the Goat in Come Sail Away. Such a good Pokemon. Introducing Monster, Choice Specs, with a max speed, max special attack, boosted up speed just to make sure we're going a little bit quicker. I forgot to put the last 4 in. Oops. But, Psychic Surge, Expanding Force, Draining Kiss, Energy Ball, Psyshock. The goal here was just to have a really quick Pokemon who can start trying to sneak in some KOs. Emptiness Machine, my good friend Chestnut. Rocky Helmet, Wide Guard, Helping Hand, Spiky Shield, Body Press. You might be noticing a certain move is missing. And I did not realize how crucial Leech Seed was until about halfway through the game. If I had to rebuild this team, I'd probably cut Wide Guard for Leech Seed. I'd probably also replace Helping Hand with something else. That one's a little bit less sure. And then Crybaby. Lapras. Leftovers, Water Absorb, Chilling Water, Freeze Dry, Weather Ball, Icy Wind. Chilling Water should have been Life Dew. Without any doubt in my mind, looking back on this match, I should have had Healing. But we live and learn. Max HP, max defense, a little bit of a boost in special defense. Not too much, it was meant to just sit there and wall, and boy did Lapras wall. Speaking of which, here's my opponent's team. McWhite, also known as the Mchustler. So, he picked Koraidon for himself, obvious. I gave him Wartortle, Dragonite, Vaporeon, Slaking, and Gothorita. Dragonite, I really shouldn't have given him, but I couldn't think of something else. Everything else on here, though, I thought I prepared fairly well for. You will probably figure out very quickly why I really wish I had Leech Seed, though. So, let's get going. Leads, Slaking, Gothorita versus Chestnut and Lapras. Immediately predicted him there. And this is where Lapras came in so clutch throughout this week. All she did was sit there and spam Icy Wind. It was so helpful. It also inflated her tank stats because, oh boy. So the way the tanking system and the assist system works in our league is if you survive an attack, you get a tank point. And all these speed drops that Lapras hits from hitting Icy Winds are assist points. And you can probably already guess where this Vaporeon is going. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate looking back on it, because I didn't fully realize what was happening yet. I should have. And that is entirely on me for not. Like, there's definitely arguments that Lapras should not have stayed out this deep into this. And I will confess that those are accurate. And then, stored power. This thing was Acid Armor, Calm Mind, stored power. Of course, our good friend comes sail away doing what it always does, which is just showing up and honestly being a nuisance. Yeah, that one really did hurt, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be that helpful because of the way I had it built. If I'd properly built my Chestnut, then it would have honestly put in so much work this week. This is just unfortunately the game we play, though. And honestly, I think it could have gone a lot worse for me, but as you can see, this is the part where they just start clicking stored power. And this is why we went for Protect, because both the Dragonite and the Koraidon are threats, but if you Protect the first turn, see what they're going to do, you typically outspeed on the second turn, which means you can almost guarantee the KO if you do it right. I don't think I did. Yeah, he went for the Protect here, obviously 100% the right play, then takes out Doflamingo. Now, if he hadn't gone for the Protect, I think I could have got the KO and at least brought this game down to be a little bit closer, but yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I wish I could have at least got one more KO in this matchup just to not hurt my differential too badly. It's a little unfortunate for this week, but, you know, next week we are up against who, well, just to make it as painfully obvious as possible, has a Kyogre. And I have some trauma related to Kyogres on this server. So, we will see what we're able to do next week against him. But until then, my name is going to be Michaela, and thank you for getting lost in the woods with me. Arrivederci.